It's time for Friday Night Live on 2 News Oklahoma, sponsored by Brahms.
Yes, it is. Welcome one and all to another edition of Friday Night Live. We've got a full show that includes long win streaks on the line, defending champions going head-to-head, and the latest chapter of an historic rivalry. For that, we bring in our sports director, my friend and yours, Caden McFarland, live at Allen Trimble Stadium for the latest rendition of the Backyard Bowl. Caden, it was hot today out there, wasn't it?
It was hot, buddy. A new era in this great old rivalry. How about that? Jenks and Union have gotten together just about every year since 1976, and this thing has grown into the greatest high school football rivalry this state has ever known. We talked about it earlier. From 1996 to 2016, these two programs went back and forth, winning every state championship at the highest level in Oklahoma for 21 years. And in all that time, only 3 head coaches: Allen Trimble, Bill Blankenship, Kirk Frederick. That was it. 2 new head coaches in this game for the first time tonight. For the first time in recent memory, the Backyard Bowl featuring 2 first-year head coaches. Jenks' Adam Gaylor off to a 2-0 start after the comeback win at Owasso last week. Union's Antonio Graham, who played for the Redhawks in this game about 20 years ago, looking for his first victory as Redhawks head coach. Jenks would dominate the first quarter every which way. Opening drive takes only 57 seconds to find the end zone. Landon Kazar, good ball for Caleb Dillard. 32-yard touchdown strike. It is 7-0 Boys of Troy. Second Trojans drive, the Redhawks make a play. After the long catch and run, Ian Castellanos with the punch out. Gary Heckard recovers the fumble for Union. Here they come, but on the very next snap, well, the Trojans take it right back and then some. Ace Gilliam, the interception of Dylan Taylor near midfield, and Gilliam knows what to do with it. Pick and 6. The Trojans take a 13-0 lead, and it seemed pretty apparent early how this story would end. Adam Gaylor's secondary doing some serious ball hawking. 2 more interceptions in the first quarter alone. Clark Carricker and then Zion Castleberry also with picks. As for KD Jones, 25 years after his father Keewan's unforgettable performance in that comeback defeat of Union, Caden wearing his father's number 21 jersey instead of his usual number 2, and then breaking off a 63-yard touchdown run to make it 20-0 Trojans after 1. He would add a 34-yard house call in the second, your halftime score. Jenks 34, Union 0. Jones going for well over 100 yards in the first half alone, passing his dad's career rushing total along the way. The total yardage in the first half, 306 for Jenks, just 88 for Union. A great night for that Jenks O-line and quarterback Kazar, too. How about the 27-yard touchdown toss for Braxton Daniel on 4th and long? Kazar was dealing. The Trojans were dominating this Mid-First Bank Backyard Bowl. Yeah, and the lead was as large as 41-3 in the third quarter. Give Union a ton of credit, scoring 4 second-half touchdowns, including a late pick 6. The final score, Jenks 48, Union 30. KD Jones runs for 169 yards and 2 touchdowns. Landon Kazar, 258 yards passing, 4 touchdowns. Caleb Dillard, 5 catches, 169 and 2. Jenks has now won 7 of the last 9 in this rivalry. Right after the ball game and the trophy presentation, caught up with head coach Adam Gaylor. Fourth quarter might have frustrated you, but if you go back to the first and the way you guys dominated that first half, what were you happy with?
Oh, just our effort, and taking the football away on defense. That had been we got 1 takeaway in the first 2 games, and so that was a big point of emphasis. Came out fast. Love the way we started. Absolutely hate the way we finished. Too sloppy. It doesn't matter who's in there. The standard's the standard. So a lot of things we got to clean up.
That can be good, though, right, for a coach still to have something to coach him up on after a win.
Absolutely, yeah. And, we talked about it last week. There's a lot of things we got to get better at, and it's always better to do it after a win. Especially for a young team figuring it out. We're not mature enough to handle success, I guess. So we got to do a better job as coaches of helping our guys understand that.
The play of your quarterback, he was 15 of 20, really good.
Yeah, Landon just keeps getting better and better. I know he'd like to have a couple balls back, but, really impressed with how he ran the offense. And then when he can turn around and hand it to number 2 and throw it to number 5 and some of those guys we have on the edge, good things happen.
Between the fourth quarter and Bixby coming next, you think you'll have their attention the next few days?
We will, yeah. We don't have to worry about that. You know, we know who's next, and yeah, we can watch that second half and correct a lot of things. So yeah, it won't take much to get their attention.
First backyard bowl win, though. How does that feel?
Awesome. You know, awesome. So happy for our kids. You know, it's a huge rivalry. They're a really good football team. Again, they've had a tough opening schedule, but we beat a really good football team tonight. So yeah, you're always satisfied with that.
And we are happy for Adam Gaylor, off to a 3-0 start. And as we said, Bixby is next. That's it from here at Jenks. Trojans win the Backyard Bowl 48-30. Dan, back to you for the rest of the night. Week 2 in high school football around Green Country.